What are some of the tax tips I would give for expats looking to invest overseas? The first thing is do not assume. I'm not a tax advisor. You probably aren't, otherwise you won't be watching this video. And tax often changes over time. So even myself, as somebody who's in the financial industry but not a tax advisor, I regularly look online and see that things are changing. So for example, when the UK government changed the rules on non-domiciled people last year, that came with tax changes for UK expats living overseas, for example. And that leads me to something. Traditionally, British expats could easily not pay, uh, income taxes and taxes like that, but inheritance tax was harder to avoid. And you shouldn't assume that just because things are easy when it comes to one type of tax, like income tax, that that means that inheritance tax is going to be different or capital gains. Also, it depends where your assets are actually based. If you're a British expat with assets in the UK, that's very different if you've got those assets overseas. So right now, for most British expats who are living overseas and have lived overseas for a long period of time, it's much more tax efficient to have offshore portfolios in low tax jurisdictions compared to moving assets back to the UK. But who knows, in the future that might actually change. And likewise, in addition to that, one thing I would say is don't let the tax situation be the be all and end all. Obviously, if there's a good project out there and it's not tax efficient, that doesn't necessarily mean you should say no to the investment. There are certain investments like UK property that are expensive now and also not tax efficient, and I don't think they'll be our assets. Long term, I don't expect them to beat the stock market. But in other cases, I have seen people obsess about tax efficiency with investments, but actually, in reality, tax efficiency isn't the be all and end all. And even when it comes to things like inheritance tax, you shouldn't just focus on tax efficiency. You should also focus on things like how easy is it to give those assets to your beneficiaries. If you can rest your head at night and have peace of mind and know that those beneficiaries are going to get the money in 2 or 3 days or a week or two or a month maximum, that's worth its weight in gold. It's not just about the best possible solution when it comes to tax. So basically, when it comes to tax, it's good to look at things holistically. Look at the investment side, look at the peace of mind side, but also look at the tax side and look at it in conjunction. And we can help you with all those things. We have expert tax advisors on hand if you need help with expat taxation, because we are not tax advisors ourselves. Obviously, tax does depend on your nationality as well. For an American expat, it's very different to a British expat.